Hearts of Glass is a documentary about Washington, D.C. glass artist Tim Tate. It's a film that explores his process and the motivation behind it.
Let's just get this down a little bit. Oh my gosh, look at that. Sorry about that. Here we go. That better? I'm going to do a little trip off from this, so I have a good size, so I have a little etching room. So I'm just going to let that cool for a minute, then I'll gather over that.
Well, I wanted to show something that was, one, visually interesting for the camera, something that was unique in the process of art. I felt that glassmaking probably would be one of the more exciting things you could show in the artistic process, and I found that one of the more prominent and unusual glass artists in the DC area is Tim Tate, so I thought that he would make a great subject for camera. From conception to completion, I would say it was probably a 6-month process. Once we began shooting, that was probably a 2-month process, but coming up with the idea, learning as much as I could about the artist, introducing myself, getting to know him, wanting to make sure that he was comfortable on camera, which he turned out to be very comfortable on camera. I'd say altogether it was about 6 months. And post-production took maybe 4 months. I think if there's anything to be pulled from the military and compared to filmmaking, it's the discipline that's required. Understanding the process, appreciating the process, and I guess you could say the organization of the crew when it comes to working in a large production environment. Everything has to go very smoothly. One small thing can back up a whole lot of things, and that's kind of similar to the way things work in the military sometimes. So my military background, I guess, kind of had me prepared for that. You can never be always ready for the pressure, but you can be somewhat, I guess, a bit more comfortable with it when it happens. I'm working on another project right now, Task Force Faith, which is a film. Actually, it's being written right now by John Milius for 2929 Entertainment, and I'm working with the writer Julie Precious, who's also the producer of the documentary. And if all goes well, maybe we'll see the documentary with the film.
Wow. Well, Millie, how did you get hooked up with Milius?
I met Julie Precious, who's a local D.C. person who's a writer. She found out about me and some of the things I've been working on, and she approached me and asked me if I would be interested in a project. And since I have a military background, I felt that this would be a great project. Task Force Faith is about the fight of a small group of Army soldiers during the Korean War, and it tells their story. I look forward to the opportunity to share the documentary with the DC audience. I think I think Tim Tate's a wonderful subject. Very interesting process, his process of glassmaking. The art itself I find very fascinating, and I hope that the viewing audience find it fascinating as well. And I look forward to seeing them at the festival.